Let's now get you the latest from Belarus. Belarusian President Lukashenko's crackdown on the opposition continues as one of the last remaining high-profile opposition figures in Belarus, Maxim Znak, has now been detained by masked men wearing plainclothes. Znak was detained just days after another opposition leader, that is Maria Kolesnikova, was snatched in the streets by masked men. Now, both of them are prominent leaders of protest who are demanding the resignation of authoritarian President Alexander Lukashenko. In fact, Znak was the last member of the opposition's Coordination Council, still active inside Belarus, apart from Nobel Prize-winning author Svetlana Alexievich. All the rest have now fled, been forced to go abroad or detained in a crackdown by Lukashenko's forces. Now, a few days ago in a video, Znak had claimed that only he and one more member of a Coordination Council was still free in Belarus. On Tuesday, opposition leader Kolesnikova thwarted a deportation attempt. She reportedly tore up her passport to avoid being forced to cross the border into Ukraine. She remains in detention and her whereabouts are still unknown. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that Washington was deeply concerned by the reported abduction of Kolesnikova and two other opposition figures in Belarus. He called on the Belarusian authorities to release all those who have been unjustly detained. With the detention of Znak and Kolesnikova and the arrest of several other opposition leaders, Lukashenko is attempting to silence the protesters. But even now, there seems to be no sign of demonstrations slowing down across the country.
On Sundays, we have one kind of situation, on the weekends, and on the other days, we have a normal situation. We, of course, work hard to support our brands, our country's image, as you said, cleanness, neatness, calmness, and so on. But on Sundays, people sometimes walk around in the streets. So here's my answer. There is no unrest in the country. And you know, without the external force, there would have not even been that. What do I mean by the external force? The one that is controlled from the outside. In this case, we and Russia know who operates and from where. Americans operate from a hub near Warsaw. If we change the constitution, we need to include presidential elections into it. But as standalone, and I'm inclined to it, to hold an early presidential election. I do not rule this out.
Belarusians have turned out in huge numbers in the last months to protest against the election results that gave Lukashenko a landslide victory. Lukashenko, who has been in power for nearly 26 years, denies any electoral fraud and has said that he has no intentions of stepping down anytime soon.